Chuck Diesel.
What's good, homies? What's good? It's your man, Dr. BOA. Hold up. Let me change something up right quick. Y'all see I ain't quite ready. Bam, there we go. All right, homies, let's get it, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. Hope everybody been having a bang up week so far, man. Let's get ready to do it. Appreciate y'all homies being in here, man. My bad for the delays. Appreciate everybody being in the joint. SJ3, my brother, salute to you. I see you in the building, man. Appreciate you being in the joint. All the brothers. Alphasphere, salute. GLG in the building. New Jordan, Swarthy. What up, man? Ray Shard, Chris. I see Enix, Eric Knox in the building. CA, what up? Markel. Fox Tried in the building. King Abraham, salute. Let's go ahead and get ready to do this one, man. My bad on the delay, man. I was on CP time, man. I'd be on CP time sometime. Trying to get better with it. If I am going to be a little off brand, I'm trying not to be too late. You understand what I'm saying? Trying not just show up whenever I get ready. But I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man, nonetheless. Got a great show lined up, man. Great show lined up. Before we start, man, let me say I want to appreciate everybody, man, for all the support on all the platforms, man. Especially the Patreon supporters, man. I appreciate y'all brothers, man. Real talk. But everybody, man, appreciate all the donations and everything, man. You men make it possible for me to keep doing what I'm doing, man, to keep giving y'all what I'm giving y'all. And I appreciate it, man. Real talk. So somebody sent me a piece of content, man. I didn't know this was TD Jake's daughter until I put the name together. Her name is Sarah Jakes Roberts. And I said, wait a minute. The way this woman is talking, I wonder if she's related to TD Jakes. Come to find out, this is Jake's daughter. And it shows just in the way she presents herself, the way she speaks, and the things that she professes she believes in and lives her life according to. And one of those things is that a woman must absolutely be dedicated to giving a man the best of what she has. Not her physicality, not her cooking, cleaning, all of that, but her dedication. I say it all the time. If a woman isn't dedicated to the things that you want, if she's not dedicated to helping you on the journey that you're on, if she's not dedicated to the process of your progress, then you ain't got no woman. You got somebody that's hanging around you, man, trying to catch a come up. Man, I just leave my water downstairs, man. I believe I did. Now, here we go. You just got somebody that's looking for a come up, man. And that's not going to benefit you at all. You have to have a woman around you. If you're going to have a woman, she had better make it clear to you very early on that she's going to buy into the process of your progress and she's going to do whatever she can do in order to make herself valuable to you. Not just valuable, but viable. A viable option as a woman, a wife, an old lady, whatever you want to call her, girlfriend, whatever you want to call her. She has to prove to you that she's going to make herself a valuable and viable option. Famo, salute. Now, as I put this together, I said, you know what? I've got a few more pieces of content where women are saying the same thing. So I said, why don't I just make a compilation out of it for the brothers? And just make it today's show, today's early show. Join me later on, 4:25 p.m., where we will be discussing how you never put your dreams after your woman or anyone else. How you put yourself, your dream, your goals before everyone. And we're going to have a few clips from a couple very influential guys, Grant Cardone being one of them. And we're going to talk about that, man. So y'all be looking forward to that one. That's going to be a phenomenal piece of content. And it's going to be, sometimes we got to do something that ain't about women. You understand what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing that you have to understand. Women have a sense of entitlement. And that's the first telltale sign that a woman doesn't belong in your life. If a woman has a sense of entitlement, and many of them do, so you can meet 10 women, and you meet 10 women, they all got a sense of entitlement. You can start thinking they all have a sense of entitlement, but they don't all have a sense of entitlement. Just most of them do. So, speaking about that sense of entitlement, let's start off with this clip, man. Because the sense of entitlement is a strong thing. Here's the thing that goes with like sense of entitlement. If a woman has a sense of entitlement, she automatically has a lack of appreciation for anything you do. A woman with a sense of entitlement can't appreciate anything you do. She simply can't. You could do a million things. You could give a woman $1 million. She won't appreciate it because she feels like she deserves it. You could pay off all the woman's student loan debt. She's not going to appreciate it because she feels like she deserves it. You can buy a woman a house, buy a car. You can give her the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountain. You can give her the world and all that she wished for. You can give her everything. And she's not going to appreciate it if she has a sense of entitlement. Another thing that happens with a sense of entitlement, she has a lack of dedication. Because when you have a sense of entitlement, you feel like everything around you and everyone around you should be dedicated to you. You feel like you should be the center of attention when it comes to whatever. No matter what it is, she feels like she should be the center of attention. And here's the thing about being the center of attention. That means that you have a weak mind, low moral fiber, low self-worth, low self-esteem. Because that attention and validation makes you feel better than anything else in the world could. That's a woman who's starved for attention and validation. That's what a sense of entitlement is based on. A sense of entitlement is not really a sense of entitlement. I think I'm all that. I deserve this. A sense of entitlement is a cry out to be made feel good about myself because I feel so terribly about myself. I don't feel good about myself at all. And I need you to constantly parade validation and all of these things, this attention and all of this on me so I can feel like I'm somebody. Because when I look in the mirror, I don't. And the third thing that sense of entitlement represents is lack of motivation. There is nothing worse than an unmotivated woman. Now, we all have days where we ain't motivated to go to the gym or something like that. We got to just work through it. We all have days where we ain't motivated to go to work, but we know we got to eat. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a woman whose motivation is absent when it comes to doing anything to please you, anything to satisfy you, anything to prove herself to you. And we live in a society where women are being constantly told it and they're being, overloaded with information and content that tells them, you ain't got to do that for no man. You ain't got to do nothing for no man. All you got to do is show up for the man. You the woman. You the prize. All you got to do is show up. Here's the thing about a woman saying she's the prize. All she's talking about is her physicality. When a man says on the prize, we talking about our physicality, we talking about our mentality, we talking about our spirituality, we talking about our financiality. Yeah, I make up my own words. Why? Because I'm the alpha done data and I do that. We're talking about all of those things. Our mastery of our emotionality, we're talking about all of those things. All she talking about is her physicality. And that's the reality of it, man. Now, let's take a look at this first one, man. This is I've done a piece of content on her before, man, and I think it's great. Chief, what up, man? All right, let's get it.
So I have a friend who used to tell me that the first question that she would ask a man when dating him is, what does he bring to the table? And I let her finish talking, but when she was done, I had to speak some wisdom into her life. So when she finished, I asked her, what foundation does he have to bring the table to? You want him to provide a table on an unsolid, unstable foundation? You're unstable. The foundation that you have to offer can't even hold one leg, let alone 4 plus more. And I'm sitting here like, you're emotionally and mentally unstable. Your trust is damn near non-existent. You have commitment issues, and I don't know if it's from lack of consistency or fear of commitment. And she hit me with, well, my finances are good. Man, don't give a damn about that. How you gonna be worried about what a man can bring to the table when you have no regard for anything other than yourself? I'm the last standing friendship that you have. You fight unfair and don't let anyone tell you no, because their punishment from all 6 of your personalities is going to be damn near inhumane. So at this point, of course, yeah, she started shutting down, and I understand, but I gotta keep it real with you. I gotta keep it 3 stacks, baby. I gotta be raw. I gotta be brutally honest with you because I'm trying to help you, baby. She says, Kitty, we can build a foundation. On whose soil? On your soil or his soil? Because if you try to build a foundation on your soil, it's going to crack before the seasons change, baby. I hate when people hit you with, well, what do you bring to the table? Man, ain't nobody worried about no financial stability right now because most times that's all y'all worried about. What finances, what money, what assets can you bring to the table? It's so much more than that. We're talking about emotional and mental stability, emotional and mental security. What is your emotional and mental capacity in this present moment? Do you have a solid foundation that can hold this table up when things get rough?
That's the point I want to get to. That's the problem. When here's what I want you men to understand. We strive to make sure everything is always good in our life, right? So we have to be more cautious than anybody because you can't really tell who you got until things get bad. You have no idea. Somebody said in the chat the other day, I can't remember who it was. One of the homies said that they know for a fact that girl will hold them down if they caught a bid. You don't unless you've done a bid before. Man, I've had plenty of homies, man, who girl held them down, man, had them out there, had her out there running the streets, doing all that, man, had her dealing with the plug before you know it, man. The plug cut her, she ended up with the plug. She ended up with the plug. Stop coming to them visits. Stop sending that money. Stop handling this business. Stop doing all that. You just never know until you hit hard times what somebody's going to do, especially a woman. Boy, you don't know what you got yourself until time get hard. Women do not respond well to hard times, man. They go into a panic mode, and sometimes they need some type of substance to inebriate themselves to get over. And other times they need attention from other men. And other time they just shut everything down and don't care. Other time, man, you just don't ever know what you got. That's why you have to know a woman's body count. Because all of these things she's naming, all of these issues that she's naming, a great contributing factor to these issues is a woman with a high body count, a woman who's had multiple intimate partners throughout her life. This causes a chemical imbalance in a woman. She's got too much testosterone in her. And just like a man with too much estrogen in him, you can't function properly as a man if you got too much estrogen in you. The same way a woman can't function properly as a woman if she's got too much testosterone. So what you hear is a woman defining a woman that she knows who is so volatile that she can't even keep no friends. Let's listen to the rest of this.
When things happen in a relationship like finances and kids and emotions and differences and just everything, job changes, all of that. She cursed me out, stormed out. It was cool. We had drinks 2 days later. It was coming from love, but I had to keep it real with her because there is no way if you are dating with intent, your husband's not going to be able to find you if you're thinking like that. You're probably going to shut down on the person that's destined to be your husband. So yeah, that's story time.
Now, when you really think about what she's saying, man, listen, I talk to couples all the time. You understand? Like, I'm really starting to get a huge number of couples who come to me for counseling because here's the thing. When a woman listens to the content, well, when a man listens to the content and starts to develop himself into the most alpha version of himself, yes, the woman likes that. As long as he just want an all-out beta male simp mangina, but the woman likes that. You know what the woman wants to know? How does she become the type of woman that can deal with that? Because she never had a man who was becoming the most alpha version of himself before. Men, every 476 of you in this chat right now, do y'all not understand, or watching right now, do y'all not understand that any woman that you know has never met a man like you before? You have to be patient with women now. I'm not saying you can just expect a woman to be ready to deal with you. You got to be honest, man. You can't. Listen, if you ain't never had $1 million, boy, you don't know what you're going to do with $1 million. I bet you're going to buy some. I bet you're going to buy some. If somebody drop you $1 million right now, boy, if you buy a lottery ticket and win $1 million, you're going to buy some. I ain't saying you're going to blow through it, but you're going to buy some. You understand what I'm saying? Even if all you're going to buy is some financial freedom, you're going to buy some. If you got $50,000 worth of student loan debt, get what you're going to do. Pay off that $50,000 worth of student loan debt. You're going to buy some. You know why? Because you never had it, so you can't predict what you're going to do with it. It's the same thing, man. When a woman meets me, I don't expect a woman to know how to deal with me or how to be my woman or how to cater to me. I don't expect her to know none of that, but I expect her to be who she says she is. I expect that. Everything she says she's been taught, I expect to see it in her actions. And if you have a woman who's like this woman that she's defining, you ain't gonna never have that. She just described a woman with sense of entitlement, who has a lack of appreciation, lack of dedication, lack of motivation. And she also has no concept of wifely responsibility. The majority of women you meet aren't fit to be a wife because they have no concept of wifely responsibility, and everything they're telling you and everything they're doing, everything they're trying to show you that they know about being a wife, they learned it offline, or they learned it from some content creator, or they learned it how it doesn't come from inside. See, even though we strive to become the most alpha version of ourselves in the alpha sphere, we don't then turn around and just try to apply no game or none of that right there. We learn how to become the most alpha version of ourselves so we can trust the man that we are inside. The way I am with a woman is not the way Flims is with a woman. Yes, we stand on alpha principles. We apply the ism to the square world. But the man that I am is a different man than Flims is, because spiritually we are different. But we both share this commonality. We live based on our spirit man. The man inside of you has to dictate your life. He has to, you have to cater to that guy. You have to give that guy what he wants. You have to give that guy what he needs. You have to give that guy what he demands even. You have to give that guy the motivation, the inspiration that he needs to keep grinding and keep building and keep supporting your growth while you're out here dealing with the evils of this world, man. And women don't understand that. So she has no concept of wifely responsibility, because for one, nobody ever taught her. And she ain't never had a man who demanded it of her. So everything a woman brings to you is just a figment of her imagination. She don't know if it work or not. She don't know. She has no idea. That's why we say women are like children, because you got to teach her from square one. You got to teach her from kindergarten about being a wife. When it comes to being a wife, man, the modern woman, the average woman in America especially, is a kindergartner, man. She don't know nothing. She can't even color wife. She can't even write wife. She can't even add the number of letters in the word wife. Ain't nothing she can do with wife at all. She has no spiritual foundation because she has never been in the presence of a spiritually founded man. A couple super chats here, man. Muhammad Kane, appreciate 5, man. Appreciate the content. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Davi versus Davi, man. What up, man? Appreciate the 5 on. You really changed my outlook on life, bro. Keep that ism coming. Salute, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the brothers, man, tuning in to the show, man. Look like we found us a time slot, man. Around this 4 o'clock time slot. Looks like we found us one, man. And I appreciate you brothers being in the joint and tuning in. This will be our time slot. We're a little bit late today, but this will be our time. Not this particular time slot. I'm doing 2 shows because I got to be out of town for a couple of days, so I won't be able to do a show tomorrow and Friday. So I'm doing 2 shows today. But our time slot is 4:05 p.m. So y'all be tuning in to that show. Our regular time spot for live shows is 4:05 p.m. and we'll be doing them Monday through Thursday, 4:05 p.m. But we won't be able to do one tomorrow because we'll be sliding out. I might do it a little bit late, depending on how I feel after I take care of this business. Sean Vire, appreciate the dub. So I'll make an update on the channel header, man. So when you click on the channel, you'll be able to see it. All right. Here's another thing that we must understand. When you meet a woman, 9 times out of 10, she believes the lie that she is competing with someone other than her own demons. You know, women talk about they like competition, or men, we talk about all the time that you got to give a woman competition. You don't have to give a woman competition with other women. That's little boy stuff. Let me tell you something. If you think you got to give a woman competition with other women, that's just your excuse to be a whoremonger. Let's be real. That's just your excuse to have a whole bunch of women that you're being intimate with. You make her compete with your expectations. You create expectations. As you know this woman, you create expectations for her and you make her compete with those. And if she doesn't, then yes, she's gonna be treated like you got another woman. You don't have to have a whole lot of women in order to deal with a woman from a position of power. If you need to have women, then that means that you are emotionally tied to the energy of women in order to function like a man. You can't function like a man. You see, you can't function in with a sense of not urgency, but what am I looking for? Not scarcity. What's the other word, man? The opposite of scarcity. People use it all the time. Abundance. If you can't, I don't even use it, so I couldn't think of it. If you can't function in an abundance mindset without having women, then you ain't in an abundance mindset. You actually are functioning as a man who has other options. A man with one woman should be able to function with an abundance mindset. Because you know what your abundance is? Your abundance is your life. Life is your abundance. You don't have to have an abundance of women, boy. You got an abundance of life. You build your wealth, you got an abundance of wealth. You build your health, you got an abundance of health. You build yourself spiritually, you got an abundance of connection with the Most High. You got an abundance of peace of mind. Your abundance comes from life. It don't come from the woman, man. You can't. A woman can't give you the abundance mindset. 50 women can't give you the abundance. That ain't no damn mindset. That's game. Larry R. Appreciate the firebomb. I used to act like the chick old girl's talking about that. Why she's my ex. And rightfully so, bro. Rightfully so. Now, let's listen to this chick right here, man.
God is saying that a lot of women have lost touch with reality. For some reason, women are under the impression that a man owes them something, owes them some kind of life of luxury, owes them trips and dinners and all these things that you see on TikTok when people are talking about the relationships between men and women. God needs you to know that a man does not owe you anything. And I look through the scriptures. There is no biblical verse that says that a man is supposed to provide this fantasy lifestyle that many people see on social media. Today's woman is disillusioned by the things that she sees on the internet.
Today's woman is disillusioned by the things that she sees on the internet. Man, I had a woman quote me one time, man, telling me she wanted to go do something she saw Drika Gates do. Man, that's Kevin Gates' old lady. Now, she didn't think nothing about the things that Drika had gone through or the things that she had held that man down through. She just said, oh, I want to go do what Drika did. That's why I'm telling you, you cannot take a woman seriously who spends time on social media looking at entertainers and all of that, man. You cannot deal with that woman in a serious way. I don't care what else you think she brings to the situation or what other value you think she has. If a woman wastes time watching social media crap, you cannot take her seriously. She is no wife. A wife has responsibilities, duties. She ain't got time to be watching what's going on social media, man. She ain't got time. Man, listen, bro. I met women who watch me, Steph, AMS, Kevin, freaking O'Shea, and a few other guys. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're a woman. You mean tell me you spend all your time online listening to men talk about men stuff? And then think about how much time she spends listening to women talk about women stuff. I'm like, you ain't got no life. Here's the thing about life. I have a life. And ain't no woman coming into my life who live her life on social media. I'm talking about in no kind of way. Because here's the deal. You know why I ain't dealing with it? Because I ain't got to. I ain't got to deal with none of that. You got to understand that a woman cannot live in the social media world, live in the real world. Man, half of these women been living in the metaverse for 10 years. They already in the metaverse. Everything they do, everything they wear, everything they say, everything they drive, everything they listen to, everything is about the metaverse. They've been in the metaverse. That's why Facebook making it, because everybody already in it. The women already in the metaverse. They don't live in the real world, man. Ain't nothing worse than a woman with the damn puppy dog ears on her, with a puppy dog filter on her thing. Man, I've seen women with the puppy dog filter. I've seen it with the bunny rabbit ears. I've seen it with the puppy dog nose. I've seen it with all kind of things. I've seen it with the kangaroo ears. I've seen it with all kind of filters. Why, as a human woman, do you want to have animal ears on your face? Because social media tells them it looks good. It tells them it's fun. Now they'll turn around. If I got 50 women, they'll call me a dog. Well, I ain't the one walking around with dog ears on. So who the dog? Who want to be a dog for real? I'm telling you, brother, the majority of women you meet are gonna be like the homie said, man, absolutely caught up in the matrix. They don't even know they caught up in the matrix. Even those so-called woke women are still caught up in the matrix. They don't even know it. See, what a woman thinks you can be a little bit woke and a little bit sleep, and that's okay. Because most men are asleep. So they meet a woman that's a little bit woke. They're like, boy, I got me a good girl. Boy, she don't do this right here. Boy, she don't do that right there. Let me tell you something, Dr. BOA. I got me a girl, man. She don't do none of that stuff right there, man. She do this, she do that, and she do everything I tell her to do, Dr. BOA. I got myself a good girl, not Dr. BOA. Should I marry Dr. BOA? I thought I'm going to go ahead and pop the question, Dr. BOA. I got her a big old ring, Dr. BOA. That's what these dudes think. They think because a woman is a little bit more woke than you are. Well, let me tell you something. If I would do this in the morning, and you still sleep, I'm more woke than you already. I ain't even at the bed. It's crazy out here, brothers. I'm telling you, man, it's so super real out here. So super real out here. Let's finish listening to her, man.
Instead of looking at a man through the eyes of God and examining his character, sought out his purpose and his gifts from God, you know, that man will always have riches to share with you from the overflow of his heart. Today's woman needs to snap out of her disillusionment and get back in touch with reality. God is saying that
today's woman needs to get back in touch with reality. Here's what that reality is. That reality is I'm a man. It's my way or no way, and no way is okay. That reality is in this household, you're going to be a wife, a traditional wife. And I'm cool with being a traditional husband, but I mean that in every sense of the word. In this house, when I say jump, you say how high. Because if you fall and hurt yourself, I'm the one that gonna pay the money to get you put back together. That's the thing that women don't understand. When you are in a situation with a man, I'm talking about a real man, then you're gonna have to be a real woman. And you know what a real woman is? She ain't listening to no woman telling her, well, you need to have your own and be more like a man. When a woman say a woman need to go have her own and build her own life, she's saying need to be more like a man. Well, guess what? Why are you going to tell a woman to go build her own life when her life with her man is better than your life that you built? On top of that, sometimes her life with her man is better than your life that you built, and now you got a man, and your life still can't mess with hers. The perfect scenario is for a man to pay the cost to be the boss, and a woman be a willing executive in the company that is his life. I'm talking about working overtime, whatever overtime she got to work to help that company that is that man's life succeed. See, here's the problem. When I say pay the cost to be the boss, men go to think about tricking. But the only time you think about tricking is if you already a trick. Paying the cost to be the boss, that's in every facet of life. If you got a job, your boss pay the cost. If you are the boss, you know you pay the cost to be the boss. And you make all the rules. You make the rules. Every single rule that's made, you make it. You enforce the rules. You dole out the punishment and rewards for breaking or following the rules. That's just how this is. And your life is your business. So you are the boss of your life. You have to be the boss of your life. Big Mo, appreciate the dubs. You're putting something in the pot. Appreciate you. Salute, Mo. Miguel, appreciate the 5 bones. Appreciate the knowledge. Big bro, salute to you, man. All right. David, appreciate the 5, man. Again, all facts. I learn something new every day. Listen to this ism, and I'm 43. Salute, bro. Salute. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Quinn Hayward, welcome to the Alpha family. Welcome to the Green Label Gang. Johnny B, appreciate the dub. These live streams have been life changing. Stay away from them social media tycoons. Blessing to the doc and Alpha Sphere. That's real, man. Stay away from them social media tycoons. Salute, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Stay away from those social media tycoons. Here's another thing that you got to understand, man. She wants you to be the type of provider that her granddad or her dad was, but she don't want to be the type of submissive woman that her mother or her grandmother was. Why? Because women don't understand that you can't be like women were before because you're too caught up in social media. Those women lived in the real world. They woke up every day and they spent every hour of their day living in the real world. They didn't spend any time living in a fantasy world. If you're a grown woman, you ain't got time to live in a fantasy world. Now, there's some men who live in the fantasy world too, but we ain't gonna talk about them. We talking about the women who live in the fantasy world because none of us in here that I know of want to date men. So what we're talking about is when you think about that, you cannot give your time to a woman who is all caught up on social media. You simply can't. It makes no sense to. You're not going to win. You're always going to lose if you choose to try to make a move with a woman who caught up on social media blues. I'm telling you, man, you got to leave that woman alone. And here's the real thing. The majority of these women don't understand that all the effort and energy that they put into all of these other things will never measure up to the result they'll get if they put all the effort and energy into the process of a man's progress. They just never will. Even if they put that energy into the process of their own progress, it'll never measure up. It'll never measure up. Rihanna wouldn't be who she is without the guidance and tutelage of Jay-Z. She wouldn't be where she is. Nor would Beyonce. They wouldn't be where they are without the guidance and tutelage. You find me a woman who has a certain level of success, she wouldn't be. Why you think Stedman and Oprah still kicking it, man? She wouldn't be where she is without the guidance and tutelage of Stedman. We keep talking about Oprah worth this and Stedman worth that. Psst, keep believing that if you want to. They're two individuals, so their net worth can't cross in. But I promise you, boy, Stedman got his hand in some of that paper. I can guarantee it. I would take bets. I would take wagers that Stedman got his hand in some of that paper. I can promise you that. But why publicize it? It ain't for the world to know. Stedman an OG. OG, we don't brag about what we do. We ain't got to show you everything we get. I could have a Lambo parked outside right now. You ain't going to know it. You ain't going to know it because I ain't going to show it. I ain't going to never show it. Ever. 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 Bikes, vets, Lambos, I ain't showing nothing. Ever. You ain't going to never know it. Ever. If you think you see me in it and you try to stop me, pew, I'm going to take off. You're going to think you saw BOA in a Lambo. You're going to think you saw BOA in a Vic. You're going to think you saw BOA on a stretched out booster. You're going to think that's what you saw. Only thing you're going to see me in is my transport vehicle. You understand? Because everybody got one. You know, Escalades are like buttholes. Everybody got one. That's the only thing you're going to see me in. You ain't going to never see me in nothing else. I ain't going to let you see me. Because it ain't your business. See what I'm saying? Whatever I got my hands in, it ain't your business. I could be knocking down a celebrity. You ain't gonna ever know. Because there's gonna be strict enforcement. If she tells it, I'm gonna deny it. It's gonna be done. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna even speak on it. She just won't ever talk to me no more. So she won't ever be able to show it. I'm taking cell phones and everything. When she come around, gonna be a cell phone check. You can't even have your phone around me. Give me that phone. Put that phone in that lock over there. Put that Apple Watch over there too. I know the game. Because it's not about what people know. Your goal is to be productive in this society. You just got to be productive. Showing people what you got is not going to be productive. That's not productive. Productive is what are you doing to benefit people around you? Who's benefiting from your presence in this world? If no one is benefiting from your presence in this world except your children, man, then you ain't reaching out far enough. You ain't using the talents and gifts that God gave you. You're going to take care of them whether you work at McDonald's or not. So you don't get to brag about that. It's that guy you know. I'm that guy you know. Salute, man. Appreciate the fire. That guy is in here preaching. Salute, bro. I appreciate it. Son God in the building, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the fireball. Men got to be the boss. Women got to be the horse. You got to keep a woman busy or she going to be scheming how to get over on you. You got to keep her busy. So when I say gators on the neck, oh, man, he talking about doing something bad to the woman. No, I'm not. I'm talking about keeping her focused. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, man, you have to drive a woman hard, man. Because if not, she just gonna laze off and just start lazing around, man, looking at social media or online shopping or drifting off, having daydreams about something. Man, you ain't got time for that. She could do that by herself. You ain't got time for no dead weight. In every moment of the day that a woman ain't doing something, man, that's productive to the process of your progress, she dead weight. So even when she sleeps, she need to be dreaming about things. You know what I'm saying? While she resting up to be productive the next day for you, she need to dream of something. She need to come up with some ideas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she need to be thinking of some kind of way to do what you have her doing better than she's doing it in a more efficient way, in a more effective way. The hell, every now and then she may come up with a good business idea. You never know. Or she may come up with a good enough idea where it sparks something in you. It sparks a good idea in you. She may come up with a bad idea that she thinks is good that sparks a good idea in you. But she got to be doing something. She has to be productive in some kind of way. So she wants her mom she wants to be her mom and wants you to be her dad, but she don't want to be her mom. You understand? She wants the benefits of the situation. She wants the benefits of the role, but she don't want to really put in the work of the role. Man, that's some work to put in. A woman got to put in work for that role, man. She got to. It's mandatory. She has to put in work for that role. It's not something to play around about. So let's listen to what we came here to listen to, man. So this is TD Jake's daughter, man. And she gonna drop an earful on him, man. She gonna drop an earful on him. Let's check her out.
You bad, you beautiful, you are all of those things. But at the end of the day, if you're going to be connected to somebody, you got to add intentional value. You don't do anyone any services by just sitting up there looking good. You look good.
I could stop her right there. Man, your beauty ain't worth nothing. All it does is you just look good. That only matters when we go out somewhere. So I have a piece of eye candy on my arm, and we at the crib. I ain't thinking about your beauty. I'm thinking about how you being productive in here. Honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, a woman beauty only matters when you first meet her. Like in the beginning. It only matters in the beginning. At the very moment she starts to not have any more value, the value of her beauty wanes so much. It just wanes so much. It gets to the point, man, where that's why a woman can have an attitude that affects her beauty and makes her not be as attractive as she was. A bad attitude can take away from a woman's beauty. And the reality of the situation is that means beauty is so fleeting that saying the wrong thing can make you ugly. You see what I'm saying? So you can't put a whole bunch of stock in a woman's beauty, especially not as much as she does. Because here's the thing: 9 times out of 10, you don't see a woman's beauty. Man, whenever I meet a woman, man, I make a breakdown to her natural self. If she want to be with me, she gonna break down to her natural self. She gonna embrace. She gonna wear her natural. Now she's sitting in here. She got that long weave in her hair. Hey man, maybe her man okay with that. Maybe her husband okay with that. Cool. If he okay with that, fine. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break her down to her natural beauty. I'm not saying I ain't gonna never let her, change it up and do, if she earn it, man, let her rock out, man, with some of that, man. Especially like if we going out of town. Some say we going to the beach, man. I let her throw some braids in there, something like that, man. Some Egyptian braids or some goddess braids or something like that. I let her throw something like that in there, man. Just because we about to go out of town and she ain't gonna be able to keep up with it. But under normal circumstances, man, I'm gonna break it down to a natural. I'm gonna break it to all natural. I'm breaking it down. You want to be with me? Pull them lashes off your face. What's wrong with you? God gave you beautiful lashes. And I have never made a woman take her lashes off and her natural lashes didn't look better than those. Like a woman's natural lashes always look better than the fake ones. You know why? Because the fake ones look fake. They don't look real. You know what I'm saying? They don't look real. It's rare that you see a BBL that looks better than a natural body. You know why? Because it's not real. It doesn't look real. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes they look okay. Sometimes, until you look up close. They never look good up close. They never look the same. They never look real. They always look fake. So I'm going to break it down, pull all of it off. I don't know how beautiful you are. I don't know how attractive you are. You got too much stuff on. Take all of it off. Take that hair that ain't yours off your head. Let me see your real hair. Take all that makeup off your face. Let me see how well you take care of your skin. Because let me tell you something. If you don't take care of your skin, you don't take care of what's within your skin. I say again, if you don't take care of your skin, you don't take care of what's within your skin. Because if you got bad skin, it's coming from an issue you have within. You dig what I'm saying? Let's finish her up, man.
Looking good. You look good, but can you do more than that? I want to add value. I want to pray for you. I want to cover you. I want your dreams to become my dreams. I want my gifts and talents to be used to build what God is doing down on the inside of you. I'm here to serve your family. There is nothing more attractive than someone who comes into your life romantically, friendship-wise, family-wise, who says, I want to serve your family. Can you please tell me where is the area where you don't have enough?
Let me tell you something, bro. Here's the real deal. If your woman don't have this mindset, she ain't worth even having around. She don't deserve no intimacy from you. She don't deserve no nothing. This is the mindset that a woman must have. She must have a mindset of submission. Submission don't mean that you're a slave and I'm gonna boss you around all the time. Submission means that when I tell you to do something, it's what I need you to do and I want you to do it. I don't want no questions asked about it. If I tell you to do it, I've already asked myself all the questions. I know all the answers to the question. Only thing you need to focus on is doing the job, shawty. Do the job. That's all you got to do. It's so hard to get the average woman to just focus on her responsibilities. That's why they money all over the place, because they won't focus on their responsibilities. Everything that she does, she absolves herself of responsibility. Finances are in ruin. Friendships are in ruin. Relationships are in ruin. Employee-employer relationship is in ruin. Relationship with God is non-existent. Because in her mind, she's not responsible for any of these. Let me tell you something, brother. The worst thing you could do in your life is have a woman in your life who wants you to become responsible for her decisions, her shortcomings, her mess ups, her financial ruin, her physical imperfections, the ones that she's willingly added on to herself, her mental instability, her emotional instability, her financial instability, her spiritual instability, her social instability. Never do that. Because if you take on all that, you work for her. You work for her and you paying her and you loving on her. What's the benefit you get out of that? Saying, getting her, oh, I got a good man. I got a good man. A woman tell you, try to define you a good man. If you were a good man, you let me do what I want to do and wouldn't try to hold me back. You wouldn't give me no curfew, tell what time I got to come in. If you were a good man, you wouldn't try to dictate who I hang out with. You wouldn't try to tell me now. You let me do whatever I want to do, hang with whoever I want to. If you were a good man, you wouldn't make me work. You just give me whatever I want. You do all the work and then I wouldn't have to do nothing. You hire a maid, hire a cook. If you were a good man, you take care of me and my children. I know they ain't your children, but a good man will take care of them like they his anyway. You see all these good men around here? Russell Wilson is a good man. Why ain't you a good man like Russell Wilson? If you were a good man, you'd forego your own relationship with the Most High and come to church with me. Even though I don't live no life that's pleasing through the week, I do go to church. And if you were a good man, you come with me. If you were a good man, you wouldn't have jacked my dad up in that corner when he was talking crazy to you. You would have respected my daddy because he my daddy. If you were a good man. If you were a good man, you would have told me that my sister tried to give you some. You wouldn't have dissed her. You would have told me. You would have let me handle it. You would let me be the man for a minute. They got 1,000 things that you would do if you were a good man. But they ain't got one thing they would do if they were a good woman. And that's why I play things like this.
That's the place where I want to take up space. I don't want to just be on payroll. I don't want to just clock in and clock out. I want to identify the famine connected to your life. This is why there are so many moments where relationships don't work out. Because when we realize the famine, we also recognize that you bad, you beautiful, you.
So when you understand, man, here's what happens. The reason why you can't get much from most women is they don't have anything to give. They don't have anything to give but their beauty. They've never been taught how to truly be what they like to call supportive. What I call is just get out of the way-ish. You know, you don't have to support me. Just stay out of the way of what I'm doing. Stay out of the way of my process or progress, rather. They haven't been taught how to properly accept leadership. See, leadership has to be accepted. You can't just lead somebody who don't accept leadership. You understand? You can't waste time with someone who doesn't see you as their leader because you're leading your own life every day. And so you can't waste time trying to force somebody to follow your leadership. You follow your leadership every day and get all the positive results from that. So anybody who's around you and sees the positive results your own leadership gives you in your own life and they won't follow you, they dumb. They dumb. You can't worry about somebody around you, man, that just ain't got sense enough to know effective leadership when they see it. That's their problem, not yours. It ain't got nothing to do with you. That's somebody else's business. You let them handle their business. Whoever problem that is, you let them handle it. You let them do it. You let them be who they gonna be. Let them do what they gonna do. We ain't got time for that. We too busy leading ourselves and leading those who are willing to follow. I'm not finna tell nobody, hey man, you need to follow me. You're doing wrong over there. I'm not even tell my son that. I'm gonna tell him something. If he don't do it, okay, cool. Learn the hard way. Don't expect no sympathy from me when you learn the hard way, though. The thing about me, once I tell you, hey man, don't do that, do this. You do what you want to do, whatever consequence come, man. Don't look to me for no sympathy. I already tried to tell you. Black Knowledge, appreciate the fireborn. I wish I would have found you 20 years ago, just separated with 4 kids. I would find out the worst. Appreciate you. You know what, bro? You only think you find out the worst because it feels the worst. That's actually the best. Knowing that you need to free yourself from a situation that you're in, man, because you're around somebody you think you can trust, but you really can't. That's freedom right there, bro. You just got freedom. So once the emotional strain and pain of having your raw emotion exposed to a woman, once you recover from that, then you'll realize, man, you're in the best position, you're in the position to win. So here's another thing, man. When you think about the average woman you're going to meet, she's learned a lot. She's learned a lot through school. She probably went to college, learned some more. Now she's learned a lot of things, but the one thing she never learned how to be is how to be a wife. She don't know how to be a wife. Because here's the thing that they don't understand. Nobody can teach you that. The only one who can teach you how to be a wife to a man is that man himself. And they have not been taught how to follow leadership. They don't even know effective leadership. Do you know a woman will submit to a man who don't deserve it? She will submit to a man who leads her astray, a man who can't even lead himself. A woman will submit and bow down to a man who is a wreck. I'm talking about ain't nothing but a wreck. Mental, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, boys are wreck in every kind of way. He'll wreck up from the neck up. And a woman will give that man everything she got. And that's why she comes to you and she can't do that. Why? Because she just ain't got it. She understands and recognizes it. See, it's not that women don't trust men. Women don't trust themselves to be good gauges of character. So they just say, well, I don't trust men. No, you don't trust yourself because you picked to do what you did with that man right there and that man over there and that last man. You picked to marry that man who didn't ever give you no reason to. You picked that. You picked to marry that man who had you working 2 jobs, paying all the bills while he stayed at home. You picked that man. That's why I tell you, man, the chances of you finding a woman that's really worth having in that wife position, you got to do a bunch of searching, man. You know, you got to do a bunch of searching. Now you find the ones who want to be in it. In principle, they want to. Yeah, every woman will want to be in a situation with a man who's gonna pay the cost to be the boss. A woman's biggest concern in the world is that she's gonna be swamped by bills forever. She would love to be in a situation where she ain't got to worry about no bills. That's all paying the cost to be the boss is. You just take over the bills. Now, here's the thing. If you got a woman that work, then you still take over the bills. And that means that when she works, she just give you all the money. You know, you still pay the bill. See, here's the thing. Some women need to feel like they're contributing. And so that woman needs to either make some money for you or make some money somewhere else and give you the money. But she needs to understand that. But the only way you can let a woman give you the money, see, we ain't got to do the old ism practices. If a woman got a job, you let her money get direct deposited into your account. like this?
So we both pay bills, but he pays for all of them. Because my check direct deposits into his account, so he can like have all the money in one place.
Do you realize she didn't say my check direct deposit into our account? She said my check direct deposit into his account.
We can save and stuff, and he like has investments that he invests our money into. He gives me an allowance of $100 a week. Like if I need more, I can ask for more, but normally it's just like $100 a week for like food and like random stuff I want to buy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We both pay for stuff, but he handles all the money as the man should.
Now, he handles all the money as the man should. There are many situations like this, but in most of those situations, the woman don't make no money. The woman don't contribute no money. See, me, stay-at-home wife means stay at home and work for me at home. That don't mean you just clean up the house, because you ain't got to clean up the house. You understand? You ain't got to clean up the house every day. It don't take every day cleaning up. You know what I'm saying? Literally, it don't take every day clean, especially if ain't no kids running around. If there's some kids running around, maybe it'll take, maybe take a little bit more cleaning, but it don't take no everyday full house cleaning where it's a shift. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a job shift. It ain't like that. But when you hear that, that's the type of thing it's supposed to be. You understand? That's a woman who deserves some affection. You understand? That's a woman who deserves some intimate engagement. That's a woman who deserves, she's earning something. Whatever he thinks she's earning it, because that woman is dedicated to the process of his progress. When a woman says, I put my money that I earn in his account, she's pretty much saying that I work for him. So if you ain't got a business, the next best thing is for your woman to go to work and bring the money to you. But here's the thing, you got to be fiscally responsible. You got to be in a situation where you've already made good in your own life. And when you meet a woman, man, I have never met a woman, man, who managed money well in my life. I have never met a woman who managed well. Man, I know I've met women who were accountants and they can manage your money well for you, but they can't manage their own money well in their personal life. Like a psychiatrist needs a psychiatrist, like a shrink needs a shrink, an accountant needs an accountant. So I say this to y'all, man. The main thing is the modern woman you meet, man, she wants to be appreciated for her manly characteristics. She wants to be appreciated for her degrees. She wants to be appreciated for her ability to go out and compete in the dog eat dog world where men compete in business. She wants to be given props for that. She wants you to appreciate her ability to compete with men. No, why you want to compete with men? Because you suck at competing with women. You can't compete with femininity. Do you understand what kind of world we live in where a woman feels more comfortable competing with masculinity than she does with femininity? She don't want to compete to see who can be the most feminine. She want to compete to see who can be the most masculine. You see what I'm saying? And that's the crazy thing, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's real off brand for you as a man to even consider those things that a woman does that aren't feminine as positive traits. They're not positive traits. They're nothing. You understand? They're nothing. They don't benefit you at all unless you ain't doing that with your life. And let me tell you something, brother. If it was me, I would rather not be successful than to have my woman headlining my success or have my woman leading my success or be led to success by my woman. I'm not going to follow no woman nowhere. You understand? I'll live in peace and poverty before I follow a woman anywhere and live in wealth and poor health because I'm stressed the hell out because a woman bossing me around because I had to let her lead me into wealth. I'm not doing that. I ain't doing it. Under no circumstances am I doing that. Because, see, here's the thing. A woman wants to be an independent dependent. You understand what I'm saying? She want to have freedom to do whatever she want to do, but she want you to oversee everything so she won't mess up. She wants you to fix it when she mess up. You understand what I'm saying? She want to be able to do whatever she want to do, and then you just fix it. You understand? Man, I ain't never finna do that. It's better to dwell in the wilderness than in a wild house with a contentious woman. Verily, I say unto you, it's better to dwell in the corner of the rooftop than in the White House with a brawling woman. I'm telling you, you can't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I live in the projects first. I'll go live in the jungle. The project is the jungle. I go live in the projects first, man. The reality of the scenario is this. When you meet a woman, if she has her own agenda, she is not the woman for you. You understand? If a woman is not looking to invest herself into your success, she's nobody you should have around. And there are exceptions to the rule, man. I'm not saying that like there is no woman on the planet who can't pay her bills. Paying your bills and managing your money is two different things. I know women who will pay their bills, but they ain't never got no money left because they spend everything they got left. Paying your bills ain't managing your money. Because if all you got is enough money to pay your bills, then I understand you want your lights to be on. So I'm not talking about just a woman who pay bills. I'm talking about a woman who makes an excess of money and works her way out of debt, works her way out of, you know what I'm saying? She works her way into financial freedom. That's what I'm talking about. It's rare to see it. You understand? It's rare to see it. So yeah, I know women who pay their bills. My grandma paid her bills. You know, my grandma took care of herself. My grandma, as a matter of fact, man, my grandma was a boss in my city, man. My grandma was a legend in my city. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, she was a legend in my city because my grandma kind of had her own thing. She went her own way and, you know, kind of built herself into that. So my grandma was not that feminine, submissive woman. She wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? She was a go-getter. Well, you know what? My dad's mom was a go-getter. My mom's mom was absolutely submissive. So I saw both sides of it. And so there are benefits to a woman who is willing to work because you can put that woman to work in your business and she'll grind for you. So there are benefits to a woman that understands the hustle and understands the grind. But that woman also has to only be willing to do that for you and take care of home too. You got a woman that got to go out and grind hard every day. Man, she don't want to come home and take care of the house. And for me, bro, I'm just be honest with you. If I got a woman, man, I ain't never touching no mop. I ain't never touching no broom. I ain't never touching no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Am I going to clean up behind myself? Yeah. Like if I make a spill on the floor, I ain't going to be like, hey, come get this spill up. No, I'm going to grab the mop and get it up. But I'm not finna be sweeping and mopping and cleaning and doing. I ain't finna do all that, bro. Not with no woman. I just ain't finna do it. You know what I'm saying? All my clerical work, my woman gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Typing and all that, I ain't gonna do none of that, man. She gonna do it. Matter of fact, whatever else I can think of, she gonna do it. But you know what she gonna have? She gonna have a easy life. She gonna have an easy life where all she got to do is what I want her to do. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have a budget. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have a credit card budget that she can spend, and that's gonna be what she can spend. She spend that out. She adds out to the next month, but that's what she gonna do, and that's just how it's gonna go. For me, that's an easy life for me because my life. If I have a woman in my life, bro, my life has to be as easy as it is now. You know what I'm saying? It has to. I ain't accepting no complications in my life, man. And the bottom line is the majority of women are terrible with money. So let's listen to this one right here, man. And we're going to slide on out because we got another show getting ready to come up at 4:25, man. I need the rest of the vocal cords, man. Let's check this out. Uh-oh. That one muted. Oh, wait a minute. I think my headphones went off. No, that thing muted. My bad, homies. I ain't even record that one with the sound in it. My bad. We'll do that. We'll do that one some other time. Thought I had the sound in it, man, but we'll do it some other time. So anyway, homies, I appreciate everybody being in the building, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. We're going to slide on out of here, man. We're going to get ready for the 425 show, man. I'll see y'all back here in a minute. Mod Squad, Sniper Gang, SJ3, Famo, salute. Alphas up, betas down is the motto. Peace.